So today I just wanted to take a quick look at Mondo Trasho. This is the 1969 black and white film shot on 16 millimeter. It was intended to have been a black comedy, and it does star Dreamland regulars such as, of course, Devine. You have Mary Vivian Pierce, David Lochary, and Mink Stole. So this is definitely a very whimsical and definitely a very entertaining film. I had seen this one some time back. Once again, it is also not in distribution because of the music that was used, and once again, John Waters was not able to, I guess you could say, secure the rights to the music. So the film pretty much just remains in distribution or release purgatory, if you will. But I was lucky enough to find a soundless version of the film, which really, it doesn't take away from the film, because from what I have read, it is a film that primarily was also just uses the use of music, and it had very minimal dialogue. So just watching the imagery, you can very easily follow the story. It's not necessarily a difficult film to follow. It has a very basic plot. I do not know if that soundless version of the film still exists on YouTube. If I can find it, I will link it in the description box. But basically the way I had watched this is, obviously it has no sound, so I just pretty much just played my own music just to keep from getting bored. And it seems to lend itself fairly well. I mean, the imageries are so basic that you can play just about anything and it sounds good. But the whole basic plot here is you've got this blonde bombshell who gets seduced by a shrimper, which is a foot fetishist, if you will, and then she gets hit by a vehicle. Devine picks her up, basically just kind of like rides around with her in her car, and they kind of like go on these odd little stops and adventures before she eventually takes the unconscious woman to a doctor who really makes no effort to cure or heal the woman. All he really does is cut off her feet and replace them with very bird-like looking feet, which gives her this Dorothy and Red Ruby Slippers effect. She's able to use these bird feet to transport herself from various places in Baltimore, which, like I said, it's very humorous. It's definitely a film that does not take itself seriously at all. Of course, some of the background information, once again, just depending on whose story you had heard on the event. There was obviously a scene in the film which Devine picks up a nude hitchhiker. Why? I don't know. I guess he was just doing the Madonna thing. But she picks up this hitchhiker, and they were actually filming without a license. So depending on which actor's version of the story you listen to, numerous members of the crew, including Waters, were at risk of being arrested, and Devine was basically the only one who escaped without too much hassle or too much trouble. So I definitely find that amusing. But obviously the film title, Mondo Trasho, was meant to, I guess you could say, play off the 1960s trend of Mondo-titled films such as Mondo Bizarro. You also have Mondo Freudo. So I don't know. I guess it's just Waters' way of just playing with things. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely an entertaining film for what it is, or what it was. But yeah, if you've ever run across a version of this film, I would definitely love to share thoughts with you guys. But that is all I have for you guys today, and I will talk to you later.